Since extraordinary circumstances call for extraordinary measures, the Witcher decided to swallow his pride and go to the Emperor of NILFGAARD for help. And yes, that's what will be done in another long ride south. The time is 10 to 8 p.m. We're here in the royal palace of Vizima, seeking an audience once again with Emir var Emrys. The white flame that dances on the graves of his foes, or something along those lines. General Voris. Ah, Geralt!
You find Debug?
Oh yes. He was talking to some friends of my father. Poor chaps can't get their minds off politics, not for an instant. I truly hope they'll allow themselves some respite after the coronation.
Durgoff? Yeah, thanks for that.
Farewell.
Right. Out of curiosity, is this the Gwent game? That I seem to recall a long time ago not being best equipped to tackle a certain Gwent encounter here at the Royal Palace. Whereas now they're gonna knock it out of the park. What is this? What the? Dear Sir Roderick de Vet, please forgive my tardy response. I was waiting for Gorlan Vivaldi to confirm sufficient funds were available to redeem the bill of exchange he provided. Gorlan Vivaldi? Am I meant to know that? Not that I don't trust you, but the gods help those who help themselves, as the Kedwani saying goes. Getting straight to your question, Princess Ada's curse could indeed be caused to return. The Witcher from Rivia had only rudimentary knowledge of the magic arcana, and so was not able to fully remove the spell, and instead only temporarily disrupted its workings. For Ada to become a Striga once more, one would have to sprinkle her food with 3 drops of blood from her father, King Foltest, 3 drops of blood from a wolf, and 3 drops of bile from a freshly buried woman. One who died having finished 100 years but not yet having started 101st. Then one must carry the incepted triangle over the meal thus prepared. That should do the trick. Yet please consider carefully whether you truly wish to carry out such an ignoble deed. Hoping to do business again with you in the future. Alessandra Devil. Interesting. So this will be placed between the short story removing Ada's curse and The Witcher 1, then. Will it? Honestly, that's just an interesting piece. Now, let's get back to the more important things. Hi. Me again. Play me. For all you've got.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Well, that was unnecessarily close. Indeed. Full test. Another full test card. Very well. Funny how things are coming along. Am I allowed just walk back here.
Is Deathwin Adam Khan at Morwood?
The illusion of power here seems to just go down a notch when you have the freedom to have a look around yourself, you know?
Garen wat gern, wat kelm.
It's a small complaint.
Your Imperial Majesty.
Witcher, why have you come?
I've managed to find out where Ciri is.
Finally, I'd begun to doubt the wisdom of enlisting you. Bring her here at once.
The Wild Hunt's pursuing her. Kaer Morhen's the only place she'll be safe.
That was not a suggestion. I can defend my own daughter.
NILFGAARD have been pushed back God knows how many times. You got this far up. You're really gonna open a war on another front that isn't even like a traditional north, east, south or west front. Instead it's one from the sky. Come on. Riders from the sky. Come on. I don't doubt you could fight a traditional war here, but we're not talking traditional.
I don't doubt it. Against conventional foes, the Wild Hunt's different. Facing it here would put Vizima at risk. Hundreds of innocents could die.
Hundreds.
Kaer Morhen is in a wilderness, and your army stands to be far more helpful there.
Agreed. I shall send a banner with you. On one condition. General Voris will lead it.
Ooh, not sure Geralt will like that.
Can't agree to that.
No.
And I cannot agree to witches commanding my troops.
Well, I'm not about to give in. You don't look it either. Sorry to take up your time, Your Majesty.
Bring me Ciri.
I will, if that's what she wants.
If that's what she wants.
Win hart we gledvjem. Is het een wat gen Geralt?
Well, you're pointing to the exit. Very well. The only place left to go now is Skellige for 2 reasons. To recruit more help, or 3 reasons. To see out the succession in the Skelligan throne, apparently. Already took a step away from that, though there is a conclusion to be seen, I suppose. If it hasn't already wrapped up. And there is also the matter of, how could one forget, finding Ciri. So, time to take a long ride up to Novigrad. Get a boat, a ship, over to Kaer, and then go from there. Skellige, oh Skellige. It has been a while. It really has been a while. Oh wow. Okay, okay. So, to get to this Isle of Mist, there's a boat which I should get on and take over to wherever this thing went into the phylactery. I have the phylactery, I'll deal with it as and when. For now, though, thought to crack on Crate. And after talking to crack on Crate, it's a matter of going to Mousak. And then I think that's about it. Going up here to see crack on Crate, this may well play out this succession to the throne that's been spoken of. Interesting it hasn't been taken care of by now, though. I wonder what's been rumbling along since we were last here.
Why the spit not? Because if you get hit in the gut and those herrings get tangled in your entry.
I'm trying to remember. Where's the, Ah, there it is. To remember the elevator, for back lack of a better phrase. Oh yeah, and then there's the in my Yennefer state. The key to Yennefer's room, common item. That's what it says in the inventory anyway. Right. Let's get this lift. Let's look at this view. Been an interesting one by night with all the torches, all the firelight.
Not with the black ones. If he grants the truth, he'll prove himself in Heartland below.
Is Lugos going to create another issue?
Witchers do if there are no basilisks, Russians, or giants around. Eh?
That's a good question. Oh, I really do fear that all those monsters will be around forever, at least in the game canon. One of my complaints with this game is the volume of monsters. More as a gameplay necessity, but it ultimately devalues the narrative. It really, really does. You see a special monster every so often, and it's like, you know what, that's, you know you're in for something then. It resembles like a book story, but the general volume of drowners and neckers and all the rest of them is just... At times, it's disheartening, especially the proximity of them. You can come across a drowners living within 50 meters of a bear, apparently in harmony. And deer running past a bunch of neckers and such, and you're just like, these things are meant to be crossing over. I don't know. It's good news for witches, mind you, but I don't know. The sheer volume devalues the actual monster itself. And you'd think you'd want to get as much as you could.
Smear your ass with honey.
First time I came up this lift, I had the same problem of trying to figure out where the way out is. It isn't here, it isn't this door, and it isn't all the way up here, this is just to the top. And it isn't here either, is it? It is up at the top. It's been a while. It's been a while, Skellige.
Last night was...
Oh, crikey.
I've no clue what to give her.
Maybe a nice little axe. Pretty like.
Axe? Are you serious?
Why not? I'd like it.
You've no respect for her.
That was targeted,
Keep
that
an
man.
eye on him.
What's going on here? Just the usual.
Seems he did not come to pray.
Yes, tits!
I'm in Noggins.
You've come a long way. You're a witcher, right?
When we finally take the fight to the Black Ones, they'll plow and scamper off like scared.
And now, into here.
When we finally take the fight to the Black Ones, they'll plow and scamper off like...
Crack on crate. Been a while.
Telling you, Geralt, since you and Hjalmar defeated the ice giant together, I see you as one of our own.
Oh,
I got the look of a Skelliger.
You've got the heart of an uncrate.
that means a lot coming from you. I do appreciate that. Now, look, was interested in investigating the massacre during the feast. It's exactly the kind of thing that a Witcher would be interested in, so I could have taken it on that value alone. But like I say, this playthrough in particular, although I'm not sticking to some rigid rule set, there's really role-playing things at face value, what a Witcher would take, and then there's knowing the outcomes from having played the game before to know what's going to happen as a result of this. I'm not taking a Witcher contract to then effectively carry out a coronation. It's just not going to happen, I'm afraid. It's just, no. It just rubs me the wrong way. Can't even really explain why, it just does. But nonetheless, anything new on the massacre during the feast?
The massacre during the feast. Know anything new?
The inquest is ongoing. I'd rather not be hasty to condemn.
Ongoing, still. Yeah, that's a real shame, that. Because at face value, I would have taken that, but knowing the outcome of it, I've decided to go with the outcome choice in my decision making, and it's just ultimately come up with not going down that line of thinking. Anyway, crack on crate. Need your help fighting the wild hunt.
This isn't easy, but I need to ask you a favor. A big one.
Tell me, friend.
Ciri. I know where she is, but I also know that as soon as I reach her, the Wild Hunt will know I did. They'll come after us, attack, and we'll need to respond with strength. Can I count on you?
The Black Ones first, now Wraiths. Such is life. Bring her here, and we'll face them in battle.
The balls on this man. You mentioned NILFGAARD, by the way.
What's this about the Nilfgaardians?
Of late, look seaward and you'll see their sun on a sail, staring right back. We've yet to capture any of their crew, but only a fool wouldn't know they're planning something. But fear not, we'll banish the Black Ones and the Wild Hunt. 2 birds with 1 skeleton axe. Ciri will be safe in Kaer.
Well, this is where we're at an impasse. We can only fight them at Kaer, and you're part of a bigger operation here, shall we say.
Can't risk your men's lives. Kaer Morhen, we fight them there, nowhere else.
Kaer Morhen is hundreds of miles away. To move an army there would take weeks, not to mention I'd expose the Isles to NILFGAARD's blows.
That makes sense.
Geralt, forgive me, but I cannot do it.
I understand. Won't take up any more of your time. Farewell.
Wait. Won't let you leave empty-handed. I'll help as I can. Come with me.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Got a talented smith.
Not I. King Erland Uncrate did.
Erland Stonefist? So this is Winter's Blade. Thought it was a legend.
Forged in Mahakam, tempered in dragon fire. Been in the Uncrate family for centuries. And now, it's yours.
What a gesture. What a gesture. From a storytelling perspective, what a gesture. From a gameplay perspective, I'd rather have a toothpick. Thank you very much, Crack on Crate.
Thank you. This can't be easy for you. I appreciate it all the more.
May it serve you well. Send those specters back where they came from.
That's my intention. Farewell.
Right. I am still intrigued by one matter. There's one more objective tied to this questline, that's to talk to Ermion. But the matter of succession on the Skellige throne isn't tied to any quest as far as I can see. Maybe when I go see Ermion? Mousak, rather. It should resolve. Or maybe when I go get Ciri, it'll resolve. Who's to really say at this point? Let's just do what we can. Meaning, let's go speak to Ermion. Mousak.
Came back with nary a scratch.
Never crumble.
And let's check this. As I suspected. Not too bad a damage reduction, but still.
Tell the others. Wonder what they'll say.
I don't know.
Nothing special going on here, just a normal time. I thought it may be something special, but apparently not.
Something I've always wondered.
Right here. I can't resist. Truly immersive. Let's go speak to Mousak. Oh, now this I can't resist. Let's get over the pig without breaking Roach's legs. Ah. This I cannot resist. The time is 4:45. Marsac will be up by now, I'd imagine. Ah, beautiful. So careful getting down now, mate. Yeah, let's not do anything rash. Rightio. Well, that priest, whatever they're called, the guy who doing the Pledge of Silence, he'll still be around, be ultimately very pissed off. Can't blame him. See if he's in here. Is it you? Was it you? I think it might have been you.
The
Could have
cursed wood, Morgvar, modern Freyr scourges the land, for we faltered in our faith in the gods.
Marsac.
Can we talk?
I think I should tell you what happened on Hindisville. You will have worked it out by now, surely.
Yen and I went to Hindersfjall.
Oh, did you learn anything?
Ciri came through Lofoten. She was wounded when she arrived. Villagers nursed her back to health. Sadly, the Wild Hunt was on her trail. Followed her there. Ciri managed to escape, but the villagers...
I know. You needn't finish. I later spoke to those who survived.
You did?
Suffice to say, Ciri was fortunate to escape. I trust you'll find her soon.
Yes, how soon? Sooner rather than later, I suspect. One can hope. And when we're talking about Hindisville, I thought we were going to talk about the tree in the garden. Freya's tree, whatever it was. Apparently not. Apparently, even though you've spoken to the survivors later, you've not heard anything since, which you know what? Perfectly fine with. Marsac, we need your help fighting the Wild Hunt. Not necessarily looking for manpower here, we're looking for, well, you. You have a personal connection in this. Ciri was your steward for many years. Why not help her again?
The Wild Hunt will attack Kaer Morhen soon. Gonna need your help.
A wild hunt? Are you certain? So, you found Ciri?
I know where she is, and the Wild Hunt will also learn that as soon as I find her.
I see. I shall pack immediately. Leave tomorrow at the latest.
Thank you.
No need. I raised the girl, and I've still a duty to her. I shall see you at Kaer Morhen.
Beautiful. We've amassed quite the little team then. What's left to be done? Well, what's left to be done is heading back to Kaer Harbour, getting in a certain boat, and then, well, I don't necessarily have to go to Kaer Harbour. I just need to go to a place that actually has a boat that's accessible. Depends where I'm going to be going, though. Let's just go to the closest boat. Let's go to Randvig and go from there.
Run, Roach.
Randvig.
Not so fast, Roach.
It'd help if I headed the right way. This is it. Randvig. Rings a bell. Yeah, it does.
Killing that vermin.
You're not the hell. Must nurse some lead at the tavern.
Till Hjalmar split its massive skull.
Sorry,
rid the isles of this fearsome foe. Watch
I'm trying to figure out where the boat is that you're referring to.
Watch where you step.
Haven't I already nabbed this boat? It's certainly not that one.
She's a great lady now because her son sails with Holger. Brings back riches.
I have been misled.
I am
It's no hassle to go further up. Sorry.
Someone helped Bran into the next fight. He was breaking black tide.
We're going further up the coast. I just ran down a child and they apologised. How are their parents raising them? To boat or not to boat? This is the question.
They speak true.
Boat.
Nothing like a witcher for killing Bran was a good deal.
And nothing like a boat for sailing. When it's there. Everyone appears to be very cold today. What on earth is going on though? Right. Boat time. And my instincts, for lack of any better point of reference, is taking me off down here. There to the Isle of Mists. That's interesting. And I'm assuming that there's no other objective for that I can see. No? It's all done, isn't it? That's a strange one. I'm probably overthinking that. That should be resolved at some point, perhaps further down the line. There is a point in the quest line that could be resolved. Okay. Okay, let's just focus on what's in front of me. Travelling to the Isle of Mists. A long journey from Kaer Harbour. Got to get round the lighthouse, due north of it, and then should be straight on through to just run aground and never be heard from again. Yeah. Let's, well, no time like the present. Let's get on with it. I suppose what Dandelion should be writing in the journal for this quest, and the reason why we're headed here in particular with nothing other than an unexplained instinct, is that Geralt had remarked in the past on his way down to Undvik a mysterious tower, and decided once he went to locate the mysterious Isle of Mists, he could only go and head in the direction of the only other mysterious thing he had seen while in Skellige, which was, well, that. And now we're headed this way now. A sense of foreboding in the air, even though Skellige is sounding like Skellige. On the wind, on the waves, everything. But there are undertones headed right this way. Is there like a loop I can head under there? I say loop like it's there by design, it's part of the rock face. Yep. Something different about this place. Let's do this. Oh, I didn't keep that in the phylactery. I just put it in a plain old bottle. To follow the light there in the mists. You're going to even more mists. Now you veer somewhere completely different in the dark. With some shipwrecked ships in the background. On crate? Oh. Look at that. Gives a whole of a slant to anyone on Skellige saying that a ship was lost and never seen again. So many of them. Oh, don't try to run me aground. gotta go. Oh, bugger. Right, I've got to put on the, I wish I could just hit you with the spade, quite frankly. But instead, no, I've got to use this. What kind of witcher would use a crossbow? One at a time. If you can travel in a straight line, that'd be great. He's suggesting I, This has not been a conventional journey in the boat. Right, first and foremost, get rid of this. But it's lit. Well, that's a keep out sign. It almost worked. What, I saw one of you just over yonder. A Tangalore. Looks like an exotic foglet. Makes sense in the Isle of Mists.
How long are you gonna make your eyes?
Cool. I did get it on me. Let's not stray too far off the beaten path now, Geralt. Another one over there, over yonder. Let's bear that in mind. And a house.
Firefly stopped at the hut. I'll look inside. Locked. Anybody in there? Damn. I'm not gonna hurt you. Open up.
Oh, you blew our fucking cover. Who are you? What do you want?
There are many questions to be asked here. Let's just keep straight to the point. There's one reason why we're here and one reason only.
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Go away!
Looking for a young woman. Ashen hair, scar on her face. Will you let me in?
No.
Out of curiosity, it won't help the situation.
Running short on patience.
Wonderful. Means you're about to go the fuck away.
Thought I left Lambert behind at Kaer.
Get yourselves together, lads. You there, outside the door. Geralt, that right?
Yeah, Geralt.
Listen, Geralt, let's cut to the thick of it. We survived a shipwreck recently. Beasts from the depths ate some of my lads, and the rest of us found shelter here. Not too special, that, as dangers litter this isle, but it does go to explain why we're a wee bit distrustful.
Okay. Tell us about your journey.
No way you can get to this isle conventionally.
Crikey, you call a shipwreck conventional?
Hmm?
Mate, you know what he means. Let me explain.
short while past, we was en route from SKELLIGE to NILFGAARD. And Ferenc got talking with the captain, who sold him a magic firefly purported to know the way to a hidden treasure.
Oh. Oh, indeed. Huh. Says you went to... A magic firefly brought you all the way back over this way, did it? What do you want?
This conversation's getting tiring. Listen, let's make a deal.
If that's a demon, it'll try to dupe us now.
I'm not a demon. You don't need to fear me. Give me a chance, I'll prove it.
How do you aim to do that?
This is coming from someone who has interacted with a bloody demon. I'll look for your lost mates.
Say I find your mates. Will you believe I mean no harm?
Aye, but I'd not count on either coming too easy.
How many are there?
3. Ivo, Gaspard, and Ferenc.
Ivo, Gaspard, and Ferenc. In ascending order, where will I find Ivo?
This Ivo. Where do I look?
Agent insisted he'd explore the caves to the east. Tried to knock it out his head. Literally. Bugger wouldn't budge.
He insisted on doing that? Charming. Gaspard, then. Where do I look for him?
Gaspard. Where'll I find him?
He said it was defeatist to sit and wait to be rescued. We had to take action, or at least he did. Claimed to have spotted a lantern out to sea, so he said he'd climb the highest peak to look out for ships.
Interesting, didn't see us. That I know of. And finally, where'd Ferenc go?
Where'd Ferenc go?
West, in search of a ship that's said to be out there.
Ferenc, he's handy. Thought I might fix it up. Make you see what there.
Interesting then. Fine, I'll go find your friends. Since we're all here stuck in the same boat, I was about to say, but sorry, phrasing.
Alright. See if I can't find all 3. See ya.
I'm content to understand.
Great stuff. You won't be going anywhere, will you? More to the point. Will you be going anywhere?